Hello guys, welcome you all for this end-to-end session of AIML, where you guys gonna learn everything that you guys need in order to become a successful data scientist. Hope you guys are enjoying. We are enjoying a lot, and we are learning a lot each and every day. Hope the same thing for you guys. So if you guys come to this level, please make sure that you guys watch all the previous session videos so that you can get a better understanding of what we are talking. Okay. So today's session is all about hyperparameter tuning. So as we promised you guys, right? We're gonna have a dedicated session on hyperparameter tuning. I will say it's a very important thing. As a data scientist, you guys need to know what is hyperparameter tuning, or actually how it works, how we can apply it so that we can get the better accuracy. So these things. So yeah, guys, without wasting any time, we can jump into today's session. Before that, guys, if you guys doesn't subscribe to our channel, please subscribe to our channel, because and press the notification so that you guys can get the notification whenever you are we are just uploading a new video. So yeah, guys, that's all. So let us move on to today's session. Today's session is all about hyperparameter tuning in data science. Okay. Hyperparameter tuning plays a crucial role in optimizing machine learning models, ensuring they eh, perform at their best and achieve optimal results for your specific task. Okay, you guys see, right? So I think we have gone through nearly like 15 plus sessions. Okay, 15 to 17 plus sessions for coding, where you guys see only two lines of code. We have imported the model and we are gonna train the model, and we're gonna predict by using the model. Only importing, training, and then predicting. So how we can get the proper result for the data set that we are having? Only through hyperparameter tuning. That is what we're gonna talk about in today's session. Okay, that we're gonna discuss in today's session. So yeah, guys. So this is what we're gonna do today. Yeah, sir. Over to you.
Yeah. So, guys, we'll go deep into hyperparameter tuning in data science and AIML. So it plays very crucial role for optimizing the machine learning model, ensures that it performs the best, achieves the optimal results for the specific task. So we have to go deep into understanding how hyperparameter tuning works, okay, in concept and application. Let's move to the other section.
Yeah, sure, sir. Let us move to the next slide. Okay. So let's see what we are having next. Okay. What is hyperparameter? Let's understand bit by bit. Okay, step by step. Let us understand. So what is hyperparameters? Hyperparameters are the settings that controls the learning process of a model. Okay, we are having a model and we are having something called as a equation, right? So in that, for example, if we are having a linear regression, there is a two different hyperparameters. One is a slope, another one is intercept. That is called as learning process. We need to control the learning process of M and C. Okay, they are set before training and determine the structure and behavior of the model and influence how it learns from the data. Okay, this M and C in the linear regression based on the data set, it's gonna change for each and every data set so that you can fix the line so that we can get the proper regression output. Okay, let's see. So one of the hyperparameters is learning rate. Hope you guys have learned this in the t-SNE. Learning rate, it determines how much the model adjusts its parameter during each training iteration. Number of layers in deep learning models controls the number of layers in the neural network. We are learning machine learning, so I think the next module is going to be deep learning. Okay, I'm very happy to announce it now itself, because like we're going to have two different things in machine learning. One is reinforcement learning is remaining, and then we're going to have association tool, then we're going to have a deep learning sessions. So in deep learning, we're gonna have number of layers. Number of layers build a deep neural network. Okay, in that, how many layers you need for your machine to understand the data? That is also one of the hyperparameter. Next, regression strength determines the amount of penalty applied to complex models to prevent the overfitting. So overfitting is one of the problem that we will be facing. Like you guys already know, right? What is meant by overfitting? The model memorized everything in the training data so that it is not able to generalize for the test data. Okay, that is called as overfitting. So in order to reduce it, we're going to have something called as a regularization strength. That is also one of the hyperparameter. Batch size, it controls the number of data points used to update the model's parameter in each training step. Okay, batch size means when we are having 100 data points, how much data points we need to consider so that the model go for the next round of learning. Okay, we are having 100 data points. If you consider only 10 batches, it's gonna take only 10 batches. Again, it's gonna iterate to the next batch by updating the weight. Again 10 batches, iterate, update the weight. and iterate the model. Like that, it keeps on doing. So learning rate, number of layers, regularization strength, and batch size, these are some of the hyperparameters. Okay, hope you guys can able to understand. Yes, sir. Over to you.
Yeah, so what are hyperparameters, guys? First is learning rate. That is the first element for what is hyperparameter. What are hyperparameters? So first, learning rate determines how much the model adjusts, okay, is flexible, adjusts its parameters during training iteration. So that is the learning rate, how much adjustment it does, okay, during the parameter during the training iterations. Then the number of layers depends on the deep layers. I gave example, like if you're a deep learning engineer or a AIML or data scientist, so like I'll say it depends on how many layers of data you train. So you can add those zeros after one, okay, to your salary. So the number of deep learning models control the number of layers in the neural network. So how many, like, it number of layers, it depends, okay. That is what a deep learning model controls, the number of layers in neural network. That is the objective. So I just gave example that if you train the more number of layers in the model, so better salary you will have. Regularization strength so determines the amount of penalty applies to complex model to prevent overfitting. So we do regularization, and batch size controls the number of data points used to update the model's parameter in each training step. So these are the elements for what are hyperparameters. So hyperparameter is usually it focuses on controlling the learning process of the model, and they are set before training and determines the structural behavior of the model and influencing how uh, it learns from data. So those are the hyperparameters. Okay, so go deep into understanding all these concepts so that we can apply them properly. Thanks. Let's move to the other side.
Yeah, sure, sir. Let's move on. Okay. Okay, what are the importance of hyperparameter tuning? This is the main thing, guys. This thing we need to understand. Okay, that's the reason we are doing this session. Okay, what are the importance of hyperparameter? Hyperparameter tuning. Okay, it's essential to optimize the performance of machine learning models and ensure it's generalized well to a new unseen data. Okay, that's a major thing. First is it improves the model accuracy. Fine tuning hyperparameters can significantly enhance the model's accuracy, leading to the better prediction. That was the first thing. Next, it prevents the overfitting. Proper tuning can help avoid model overfitting, where a model performs well on the training data but poorly on the unseen data. Okay, this kind of problems we can fit it by using this hyperfitting problem. So hyper parameter tuning problem. Next, uh, boost generalizability. Tuning hyperparameter can increase the model's ability to make accurate prediction on unseen data, making it more applicable in the real world scenario. Yeah, that's the thing. So when you are training your model, right, without hyperparameter tuning, what happens means it tries to memorize all the training data that you are given, so that it is not able to justify for the unseen data or a real world data. So you need to apply the hyperparameter tuning on top of your data, training data, so that your model can be able to predict a real world data or unseen data in a more effective manner. So that's the reason it is able to increase the improve the accuracy, also reduce the forfeiting, right, and improves the generalization. Next, finally, maximize model performance. Yeah, hyperparameter tuning helps you find the optimal configuration for your model, maximizing its performance across various metrics. Okay, so these are the different things that is achieved through hyperparameter tuning. Okay, major thing, guys, very major thing. I think, like, in the initial session of machine learning, Sarah told this. Okay, so the thing is, you have built a model for the data set. What if it is not able to predict for unseen data? It's waste, right? That's the reason hyperparameter tuning is one of the technique which helps us to build a model in a manner that is not overfitting, makes generalized results, as well as its improved accuracy and also improved performance. Okay, so that is why this hyperparameter tuning is very necessary. So yeah, sir, over to you.
Yeah, so importance of hyperparameter tuning. So there are four elements which we have to learn. So improving model accuracy, that is the importance for hyperparameter tuning. So it fine tunes the hyperparameter that significantly enhance models accuracy, leading to better prediction. That is the main objective, and prevents overfitting. It avoids overfitting while model performs well on training data, okay, but poorly on unseen data. So it will prevent overfitting, boost generalizability, and tuning hyperparameter can increase the model's ability to make accurate prediction on unseen data, making it more applicable in. So then it will make generalizable, boost generalizable, so that model can learn properly, is not biased or stuff, or it should be learning properly, so that then and only model will work properly. So maximizes model performance. Hyperparameters also helps to optimal configuration of model and maximize its performance and other objective functions. So these are the four elements, the importance of hyperparameter tuning. So understand this. So hyperparameter tuning is very essential for optimizing the performance of machine learning model, ensures generalizable. It is generalizer well and learns from the unseen data and patterns. So that is very important for hyperparameters, that they help us to do improve the performance of the model. Thanks. Let's move to the other section.
Yeah, sure, sir. Let us move. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I hope like this is one of the technique that you can do hyperparameter tuning by using Python. Okay. Grid search technique. So what is meant by grid search technique? Grid search is a systematic approach to hyperparameter tuning that involves trying all possible combination of hyperparameters values within a predefined range. Okay, consider you are having a learning rate, right? It is one of the hyperparameter. 0 to 1, you just need to give those values in a grid search CV. It is a package that is available in sklearn, so you need to just put those values and it tries to iterate through all the values that is available. Okay, 0 to 1, like for the learning rate, whereas for something like we are having random forest, right, where we will be having n estimator that says number of trees that you need. You can mention like range of 0 to 100, so it's 0 to 100 it will run. Okay, it is like a automated package in order to perform the hyperparameter tuning. What is the advantage of this? It is exaggerative, so I will say it is like enormous kind of thing. Okay, and then it is throw. So the advantage of this thing, if you are mentioning a range of 0 to 100, it will go for a permutation or combination of all the things. Okay, that is what the advantage. What is the cons? That is disadvantage. It can be computationally expensive and for larger space. Okay, search space. Okay, when you are having a data set of larger thing, and also you are having the hyperparameter range is very high. Okay, when you are giving number of estimator, that is number of trees for random forest is like 0 to 1000, it gonna run for 1,000 iteration and also for the different permutation and combination. So it is computationally very expensive. Okay, that is what the disadvantage. Okay, so yeah, this is all about this grid search technique, which is available in the sklearn in order to automate this hyperparameter tuning process. Okay, so yeah, sir, over to you.
Yeah, so grid search technique, it's pros and cons. So let's understand. So it's a systematic approach for hyperparameter tuning. Okay, grid search is one of the technique, and it involves trying to try all the possible combinations, permutation combinations, or of hyperparameter value within predefined range. Okay, so pros are it is extensive and thorough, and cons are it can be completely computationally expensive for large search spaces. So those are the important aspects of grid search, guys. So let's move to the other section.
Yeah, sure, sir. Let us move on to the next thing that we are having. Okay, random search. Okay, so grid search, then we are having random search. This is also available in sklearn. It is also used to automate the hyperparameter tuning process. Let's see. Random search technique. Random search randomly samples hyperparameters combination from a predefined distribution, often more effective than a grid search. Okay, let's see what is an advantage. more effective than grid search, especially for a larger search sample. Cons: may not explore the entire search space as thoroughly as grid search. Okay. When we provide a range, it will randomly pick the range rather than we provide a range and we will iterate everything. That is done by grid search. It iterate all the numbers that you are giving. For if it is range of 0 to 100, it will iterate all the numbers. Whereas in random search, it will randomly go for any number of trees that you are having in random forest. Okay, rather than going for all the numbers that you are providing in a range of function. So, in put it in a simple way, grid search CV it's gonna iterate for all the numbers that you are providing. Random search CV it's gonna randomly pick the numbers and it's gonna iterate. Okay, but the accuracy and computationally more accuracy is get by using grid search CV. So if you are not concerned about the accuracy, somewhat accuracy is okay, then you can go for a random search CV. Hope you guys can able to understand. Both the packages are available in sklearn. So if you guys need to try out, just go try out. Just you load and just you apply the dataset. That's it. It's gonna be 2 lines, like the model that we are having. Okay. So yeah, sir. Over to you.
So random search technique, guys, it is random search is it will randomly samples the hyperparameters. Okay, randomly combination from a predefined distribution, often more efficient than grid search because it is going to randomly it is going to sample the hyperparameter combinations. So pros are more efficient than grid search, okay, especially for large search spaces. So we had opposite of grid search because it won't be efficient for the large search spaces. So con, it may not explore the entire search space as thorough as grid search, because see the grid search would be a very what I'll say a local search kind of thing, but random search is like kind of a global search because it is going for large search spaces, and grid search is good for the local, like for the local search, I'll say. But and so those are the pros and cons, and you can also write in the comment section. So what is your perspective about random search and grid search? So let's move to the other section.
Yeah, sure, sir. So, guys, let us pass here. Okay, we will continue in the next session. So today we have seen number of ways how you can do the hyperparameter tuning. That is, we have introduced you what is hyperparameter tuning, why hyperparameter tuning, and we have seen different techniques. Okay, let us continue in the next session. So, thank you, guys. If you guys have any doubt, just ping in the comment section. We will take up and we will solve your doubts. If you guys till this level, please subscribe to our channel because, like as I mentioning earlier, like we are uploading each day a new video so that you will not miss. So yeah, guys, thank you. Until next session. Bye, guys. Take care. We will all meet in the next session. Bye, guys.